when that negative and positive division is unified, the mind has no place except to go up. It has nowhere to go. Then what you have achieved? Samyamana. The greatest restraint you have got over your mind. That means Manojaya. Bhagavad Gita tells, first get the enlightened point of the necessity to win over your mind, which always goes and flows towards manyness, towards variety, not towards unity and God. Mind, if it is allowed, it will only go to the lowest depths of the world like water. But to turn this water into Akash Ganga is Dharma Kshetra. To make that into Patal Ganga is Kurukshetra. I think Krishna says, be a Sankhya, win on both the sides. Your battle is not over by acquiring empires, winning over your enemies. Your external enemies are less fearful than your internal enemies. The world cannot spoil you if you possess an internal strong mind. But with this internal strong mind having won the outside world also, the viciferous tendencies of this mind with internal listing, they are the greatest enemies of your laya. You have won. You have brahmacharya, you have yoga, you have asana, you have upasaka, you have every damn thing. And you get satisfied according to tradition that you have acquired, to stand over. These are all stupid things. If you fail, then you are called a perfect human being or good human being. But you are not a perfect human being. Because you have succumbed to the manyness and enemies of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, darpa, dambha, asuya, dvesha, swabhimana. These are all the internal enemies. The same mind produces. One more desire it produces. He thinks I have won about everything. Take for example Viswamitra. He has won over everything. And he thought he has conquered everything. That Menaka was sent. Again the internal mind fell a prey to kama. Then you know. So it is as important or more important to stabilize your inner mind, and that stabilized, crystallized inner mind can bring the win to your external mind or physical mind or material activity mind. So now you are entering, having half won the battle of Jiva Dharma. Now you have to go to soul world, then to God world. That is more delicate, that is more dangerous, and filled with all prospect of perils and dangers. Now others cannot, but your own thoughts can bring you down. You are only safe that no other external force can win over you and your resolve, but your own inner negative feeling can defeat you, then the entire world. For that, what you have to do? After having achieved with enlightenment the manojaya, but your manojaya is only a jnana. as Vedanta. These tendencies, where from they have sprung up, this mind without breath is nothing. Then Manojaya of higher awareness, unitive thinking, they are not enough. You have to capture your prana, which is subtle. You have to establish on your breath that control that is necessary. That means Pavana Jaya. Pavana Jaya. Sankhya is only a jnana, Babu. That is only the principles of Manojaya, conquest of mind. Yoga means the subtle secret where from the mind is sprung up, catch it. That is Dharma Kshetra, that is Dharma Yuddha. Your yoga should be Dharma Yuddha, your physical valor and everything is called Kurukshetra. You know which is better, Viveka. So Jnana, you have the choice to prefer the best. But it does not mean with your enlightenment you have taken up the best. Your mind is your impediment. So how to set aside the impediments of the enlightened mind can create? Simply because of the jnana, you don't think that you are always in the spiritual mood. With every breath, again the mixed mind is. If you allow your enlightenment to relegate to background, the Maya can again usurp the areas of your spiritual enlightenment. That's where, instead of the world, we are failing ourselves. We have opened the gates of our own failure by not conquering our breath. That's why it is called Sankhya Yoga. By enlightenment, by jnana, to know about Atma, Paramatma, Jiva, Manas, Chaitanya, Jagat, and which is the best, is only jnana. You have not achieved it. You know it. You know what is good. Unless you perform, that good cannot be yourself. You know what is good for you. But do you get that good fruits of that goodness? Unless you perform, there also again karma. So then the Manojaya, then follows the Pranajaya. Manojaya deals with the Sankhya aspect of our mind. Pavanajaya deals with the yoga aspect of our mind. I think I am clear. So it is not enough if you get enough enlightenment from your Guru without making on your own some type of effort. That is the general message. But when Krishna himself is there, to repose faith is very easy for Arjuna. He couldn't believe the source is before you. By surrendering everything, you do whatever you want to do with this instrument. I leave it to you. The problem is solved, no Bhagavad Gita, no Arjuna. Huh? But he couldn't do it. That's why Maya always says, Mama Maya Durachya. Until you get into Laya, I can haunt you. I can bring you down. Don't ever get satisfied. You have vanquished all Maya. You have vanquished about this, about desire. No. See, there is a state which is beyond manaskata, beyond the mindedness, whether higher mindedness or lower mindedness. It doesn't matter anything. Then, Kuru Dharma having become Kutakrutya, you have won only half the battle. Then do justice to your own inner self, that is soul, that half the battle the Guru will take over. On your own, you have to do the Kurukshetra Sangrama. By surrendering your will of having conquered, having got defeated at the lotus feet of your Guru, he will take care how to make you fight successfully there without your knowing that you have fought. That's called, he is called Jagat Guru, who is Guru of all Gurus. And Guru of all Gurus are Jagat Gurus. So, this mind can create only Jagat, the world. The mind cannot create God. Take it. The soul can create the enlightenment of God more than the Jiva. That's why all knowledge, that's why great Vedas, they say, all enlightenment is surrounded by fundamental ignorance. Ajnanena avrutam jnanam. Don't think jnana itself is the end-all and be-all of getting into laya. It is part of the ajnana, dispelling part of the ajnana. But so much of ajnana is around you, and you are breathing, and you can identify or misidentify with the Jagat, Maya, with every breath. There is a possibility of your fall with your every breath. There is a prospect of your going up with every breath. To make your breath the very prospect and implement to go vertically is yoga. By thinking and brooding, you are making that breath to get into gutterly levels of drain of Maya. In such harsh words, in secret, Krishna teaches Arjuna his primemost duty in the form of Sankhya Yoga. It's not harsh, but if he thinks about the end result of pursuing this path, what is that? He's quite against it. His manner, his thinking, his resolve, everything is against even enlightenment. At times this mind can blot away all the treasure of your enlightenment that the Guru has bestowed upon you as transcendental experience or experience beyond words. You can blot it out. Arjuna did the same, and we are no exceptions. We are no better than Arjuna, we are less than Arjuna, because we don't have a Guru who can take so much of pains on himself. This much you do first, rest of the things I will take care. No, how can you take care? I have also to perform there. You don't have to perform. That is it. This is action. That is inaction. Inaction. Through action, Dharma Kshetra is a performance of the inaction. Kurukshetra is a performance of the action. This is dialectically opposite. That is spiritual action. This is mundane action. Physical action. Physical action and spiritual action are quite different. The end of the spiritual action, though it begins with yoga and jhana, in the ultimate stages, it must end only with an action. If it does not end with an action, you won't get any turiya. Take it. Until then, the Atma is also having associational memories of his past, of his digital mind. I have conquered all my digital mind, I have unified my mind. That is enough for you to get you down. So subtle Maya, Sukshma Maya is more dangerous than the gross Maya. How to get over, fight it over, win over this conflicting dialectic possibility of positive and negative interaction of the mind, and to transcend that necessity to fight anymore, that is Sankhya. And none of these commentaries have dealt so deeply into the spirit that lies beyond the words and meanings of Bhagavad Gita. Then, there is a fundamental question. You say Yutsva, you have to fight. With what should I do fight first? The sense of belonging, the sense of I-ness and weakness. Mamakaha. It is my soul, my jiva, my mind. There also, that mamaka aspect, you have to fight out. That is Sankhya. The soul is mine only. Because it is situated in me. Huh? I love it. Again, you are attaching the same maya of belonging, sense of belonging, even to the soul. When it is universal in its nature, it does not acknowledge your mamaka or otherness. It is beyond owning and disowning. And you are propitiating it as my own, as another maya. And in Bhagavad Gita, even your soul should not be thought as your own. It is own because of its supreme will for some time, but not because you have compelled it to reside here. So even in Atma, Mama Atma, my Atma, no? Atma Havai Brahma, this Atma is the fundamental cause of creating difference in my mind, in my everything. The secret is in the hands of that Atma. So that Atma does not accept my disowning it or owning it. You should get the last enlightenment there, Mamakaha. That creates problems. I will tell you. We initiate a disciple into the spiritual path. This is my experience, sir. He comes and tells. This is my inexperience, sir. He comes to tell it. Neither the experience is yours nor the inexperience is yours. He did not accept. You have accepted. We have presumed that the soul is totally under the control of your body. That is misery. So never say Mamatma. Atma Havai Brahma. Tattvamasi. You have to get the enlightenment. That unique oneness for some time came as a fraction into me. It does not belong to my mind, to my body, to my anything, including this Jagat. Because even this Jagat is under Maya. It is that which is governed by Trinity is your mind, is your prana, but not your soul. Trinity means I-ness, jhana, jhaya, jhata. The soul is beyond this feeling of jhana, jhaya and jhata. Then you are, whom to then tell me at that level of your mind or consciousness, whom to worship?